Hi everyone, it's me Cheryl. I hope you're all alright. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a really good Christmas and holiday and you had a good New Year as well. There is a reason why I'm laughing, I'll tell you in a moment. Okay, before I commence with this segment, I'm going to insert here a couple of segments what I took just before Christmas because some of them were Christmas presents and I didn't want them broadcast before Christmas. The date is currently the 14th of October 2019 and it's a Monday, and I'm showing you this sock now because it's a Christmas present for somebody and I want it to be a surprise for them. So I'm going to insert this clip into another video later on. Alright, so this is this sock. This is for my son's girlfriend. I'm only going to give her one sock. No, I'm just kidding. There's the other one. I've not opened it out. I should open it out, shouldn't I? She's got such small feet. Oh, she's tiny. And it's so sweet. Anyway, so I managed to do that. I hope they fit her. So I hope she likes them. But she does actually sometimes wear my son's socks and she says they're really comfy. So if these fit her, it'll be fantastic. So I'm really pleased. I can't believe how small her feet are. Oh, so they didn't take as long. Oh, bless her. I hope she likes them. Perfect opportunity to do this segment. I have two finished objects to show you, and the sun's disappeared behind a cloud. I want to do it now while I can. So the first finished object to show you is a hat. Now this is the Freya Freedom hat, where I actually expanded upon the original design. So the original design goes from, let me find it, here to, so here where my finger is there to here where my finger is there. Okay, so that's where it is, that's the original design, and that's all that was on there originally. 41 stitches. So I duplicated it on the back. And do you know something? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're going to be able to see there. My hands don't twist in awkward directions. So this was what I populated it with as well, between my finger and thumb. They were parts of the original pattern and I just filled in the gaps. I wish I never did that now. I think just the front and the back would have been sufficient. Maybe with even a single thing down the centre. Maybe this. Just this one here. Hang on, which one I'm looking at? Where my finger is, that one. Because, one, the hat took longer because of all the cables. Oh my goodness. Every alternate row there was a cable on there. Luckily, these were once every... It was on row 15, but the pattern repeat was from row 4 to 15, so 11 rows, okay. And it took a long time, and it feels smaller than what I think it should be, and I think that's because the cable's pulling it in, so I wish I didn't do as many cables. And if I were to do it again, and I probably might, but not right now, I won't put so many cables. I would just do a front and back pattern and maybe one down the middle, but that would be it. But lesson learnt there. Okay, you know the saying, heads will roll. Poor Jack, he's rolled. I put him down and he didn't stay. He's rolled. Oh well, never mind. This shawl is the Zen Garden Shawl by Purple Pumpkin. Zen Garden Shawl. Just Google Zen Garden Shawl and it'll look like this. It looks like it's the pattern that's in the photograph that's in the pattern is a pink one, a gradient pink one. Oh, that smells nice. It's because I've washed it. And it's like hung up as if it's on a washing line or something, so it's really spread out like that. And it's beautiful. Now I will insert a couple of photos front and back of me. I've dressed it on the body form so you'll at least be able to see it on something. If I were to do this again, and it's always a possibility, I wouldn't make it as wide, make it a little bit shorter, not much, but I would make it a little bit longer. Again, not much, but just enough. That's all. Other than that, it's brilliant. I really enjoyed doing that. It was really nice. Oh, the other thing I would do as well, you have to chain so many and then work into the chain. Now, of course, you go up a couple of crochet hook sizes to do the chain, but really, I think you can actually get away with doing a single crochet foundation, and that will just make it a bit easier and less, you know how it bows from the first chain row. It can bow because it's tighter, yeah, which is why you do it in a larger crochet hook initially. But apart from that, it's actually really nice and I like it. So that's from my mother-in-law, and that is it. So the next segment I will show you the magic hat, and that is it for all the Christmas gifts. I'm putting all the segments together, so you will see a change of clothing. Hi there, I have another quick segment for this video and another change of top. It is a different day. Today is Saturday the 30th of November 2019, so it is definitely a different day, and I finished the last hat I wanted to make for this year. Please excuse me, I've got a rotten cold and my throat is dry and I keep drinking water. So this hat is the Magic Hat by P is for Parsnip. And the moment I start talking I have a coughing fit. Oh, luckily the powers of editing, you won't know about that. Well, you will because I've just told you, but you know what I mean. So there's the crown, that was nice. Now this, everybody says, oh, it's a really stretchy hat. It is. DK weight yarn, but it was made on 5mm needles. I disagree with that. I think if I'm going to make it another time, I will increase the amount of stitches but decrease the needles for a 4mm needle. So you'd still get the same pattern, but then maybe the holes won't be so obvious. But other than that, it is a lovely pattern. It's really easy and it looks nice. And this particular pattern, P is for Parsnip, Magic Hat, it's for multi-sizes from newborn to adult, so you know, it is a good hat. I would just do it a different needle size and more stitches. But other than that, I'm really happy with how that's turned out. Right, so now you're familiar with the hats that I made. I did made another two of the Magic Hat. This time I used a worsted weight yarn. Some of you may be familiar with the Karen Pantone yarn. Now I got mine from a shop in the UK called The Works, and it was actually just this particular colour was down to £2.50. So from what I looked online when I was thinking, well, how do I use this exactly? It was a lot more expensive when it first came out, and people thinking, is it really worth it in the end once they realised what it was? For me, I suppose it was, because it was £2.50. But as I was working with it, I thought, I need another one because it's not going to work with this Magic Hat, and I'll explain. So I'll just go and get Jack. He's just on the floor here. Okay, so this was the first one I made. And you know there are 5 colours? Yeah, there are 5 colours in the Pantone. The problem is I didn't have enough for the brim when I had the first one, which is why I ended up getting the second one. Because I thought, well, okay, you know, knit 2 purl 2 rib, so you make it invisible when you see it. When you do pearls, when you join in a new colour, you can see it on the other side. So I thought, oh, I know, I remember the trick. You just knit all the way around and then you resume your ribbing. But then I thought, oh, hang on a minute, I'm going to be folding this brim, so it's going to show through anyway. So then I had the thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll do the what I was going to do, and then turn the hat inside out and then recommence, go in the other direction. And as I was working, I was thinking, I'm not liking this. So that's why I end up getting the second one. So this has 2 of the pinks. It has 2 of this colour, and then it terminates in the 5th one. So this is the magic hat, and the magic hat pattern, am I looking at that one? For some reason it was a DK weight yarn with a 5mm needle. Now I'm looking at that and I've just said it in the segment, so I apologise, I forgot what I've said. But because I was doing what I thought was a bulky weight, but it seemed too thin for a bulky weight. It seemed more like a heavy worsted. But what I did it with 5.5mm needles. I did the reverse because I wanted it more snug. You can still see holes in it, but that's the nature of the pattern. Anyway, so I did it like that instead. It took me a while to figure out how many stitches to go around though. First of all I can't remember how much I did, but it was too much. I ended up down to 88 stitches on a 5.5mm needle for this. So that's the first one. Now, remember I've got 2 of the Pantones, so not all of the colours are going to be the same. And this one, I did it this way around. Now, the reason why I put this stripe here rather than at the top, which is what I would have preferred, like I did for the first one, is because this colour here and this colour here seem too similar. If I put them together, I suppose you can see that they're different, but when I was looking at them, I was thinking they're too similar. So that's why I separated it with that. But anyway, I'm happy with how it turned out, although I don't rate the yarn very well. There's a lot of knots in it. So, and that wasn't my own doing because of the segments, the amount of yarn you got. It was during that you got knots. So, never mind. But that's those 2 hats, and those are actually for charitable donation anyway. I made 2 loom hats as well, but one of them I can't show you it. That's good, isn't it? Because I've already given it to the recipient. And if you recall CJ's typical loom knit hats that I've done with a pom-pom on the end, that's all it is. This loom knit hat, it wasn't the same yarn, it was King Cole. Excuse me. King Cole, Big Value, Super Chunky Tints. And there's no pom-pom on the top. This is for CJ. I have a feeling it was slightly thicker than the ones I normally do. Only slightly. But the meterage wasn't there. All that's left is like this, and it's nowhere near enough for a pom-pom. So that will be discarded, and I can give that to CJ because he's the hat man. Okay. So there are all the projects that I've done since I finished all my Christmas knits and crochets, I mean, as you'll have seen in the segments. And what I was laughing at, the segment, I was getting all the videos together because after I've done this video, I'm going to edit them all, right, to get in one long video. And the sock one, it had, take note of the top I was wearing for the sock, and I did think I don't know if I mentioned it. You're going to see me wearing different tops, and you'll think I'm, changing halfway through. Like they're doing a soap opera. Oh, typical one. Let me think which one it was. Suits. If you've ever seen Suits, think of Jessica. Every single scene she's wearing something new, right? And you're going to think I'm like that. But then, what was funny was then the Magic Hat video. I was wearing the same top, but you might have seen I had my earphones, my wireless, my Bluetooth earphones are on my neck. So you can tell it's a different day, but it was the same top. And the top I put on, I've actually just taken off because I was really embarrassed. It's the same one. Hang on. It's here. I thought I'm gonna have to change my top because they're gonna think, how do I only have one top? But I had that on this morning. I am going to swap back into it, but I changed it, and now I'm thinking, does that mean I'm vain? Because I've changed my top because I was really worried about being seen in this one again. But I don't really think that much about it. I think, oh yeah, that's alright, I'll wear that today. The only time I really think is sometimes when I go to knit and natter, I want some sleeves on my arms, right? But then I'm thinking, am I doing CJ tonight? It depends, because like the carer works on a Thursday, so if he's there, then I don't have to worry. I'll wear sleeves for Nita Natter. It's a cop car. Whereas before he was working, or if he's on holiday and it's a Thursday and I want to wear sleeves, I have to think, oh no, am I doing CJ tonight? Because then I'll be plunging my arms in the bath and the sleeves will get wet, so that's what determines what I wear. Things like that. I want to wear sleeves. Can I wear sleeves? Am I going to be doing CJ that evening? Oh, right, I'm going to get my sleeves wet when I bathe him. Oh dear. But anyway, that was that. Anyway, I was ill twice. It started at the end of November, the first one, and you may have got it in my last video. You may have detected some congestion on my chest. Started with a scratchy throat and a little bit of a tickle cough, and then it ended up as a horrendous cough, then went up to my nose. Yeah, amazingly, I didn't lose my sense of taste or smell. A fortnight later, thought, all gone. Got it back again, exactly the same. I couldn't believe it, and I'm on the tail end of it now, so I didn't go to Nita Natter today. I wanted to, but, you know, are we going to be passing it around to each other? I'm gutted. Anyway, so two funny things there. They're the vanity with all the tops, and then, yeah, okay. What was the funny thing? What was the second funny thing? I don't know. Oh, don't mind me. I can't remember what the second funny thing was. Maybe it wasn't. Anyway, don't worry, I'm not drunk or anything like that. I haven't had any I can't even talk. Alcohol this Christmas, I don't think. No, I haven't. I don't really drink. I can't believe it's 2020. Two things spring to mind. First of all, it's 2020 vision. Are we really going to have amazing foresight this decade? And the other one is, I was thinking, the roaring 20s and the fashions. I wonder if we'll start seeing any of them this decade. I mean, some decades have names, don't they? Like the swinging 60s. And then what do they call the 70s? And was it different in different countries? Anyway, I'm just waffling on now, and that's... you really don't want to hear that. Anyway, I'm going to go, so I'll see you next video. Hope you're all well and you're getting on with your crafting and stuff and having a good time. Alright, take care everyone. Bye!